Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to July's monthly reset / our annual goals check-in. Since we're wrapping up June, we are officially going into the second half of 2024, and I don't know about you guys, but I know I definitely need to do a check-in with myself and just go over the goals that I set at the beginning of the year, see if any need adjusted, which I'm sure a few will, and just make sure that we are focused and ready to accomplish those goals going into the second half of the year. So the plan for today is we're gonna do a monthly book wrap-up. I'm gonna talk all about the books that I read during the month of June. We're gonna do a June goal check-in and then set our new goals for July, and then also do that annual goal check-in as well. And then we're gonna finish off with a monthly plan with me, which you guys really seemed to enjoy last month. So hope you guys are ready. I know I am. I am excited for July. I have high hopes for it because July is actually my birthday month and Devin and I's anniversary month. So our anniversary is actually on my birthday. So July 4th is my 27th birthday, which is crazy. And what's even crazier is that it is Devin and I's 11-year anniversary. Yeah, you guys can do the math on when we started dating. Yeah, we were babies. But here we are 11 years later at 27 and we are still going strong. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe down below if you like all things entrepreneurship, lifestyle, productivity, and let's hop into July's monthly reset and our annual goal check-in. Okay, so we're gonna switch up the flow a little bit. We're gonna start off with the book wrap up and just talk about the books that I read last month and the books that I plan to read in the new month. And then we're gonna go into the goal setting and the plan with me. I will have everything chaptered out down below. So if you wanna hop around, skip around, feel free to do that. But for today's video, we're gonna start off with our book wrap up. Okay, so I read 2 fiction books during the month of June, and they were actually both Freida McFadden. The first book that I read was The Housemaid's Secret, and actually the second book that I read was The Housemaid is Watching, which is the third book in the trilogy. There's The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, and then The Housemaid is Watching. The Housemaid is Watching actually just came out during June. I think it released, I wanna say June 11th, and this is what the cover looks like for that book. So I've officially read all of the books in this series, and the second book, The Housemaid's Secret, I enjoyed. I will say, out of the 3 books, I think I still like the first one the best, which is just The Housemaid. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, by the way. If you guys haven't read these, I would still recommend reading definitely number 1 and 2. There were a few things that the main character did that annoyed me, but overall, I think that the main character in the series isn't an annoying character, which I don't know what it is, if it's new releases from authors recently, but I have found the main character, especially if it's a female, so annoying, and it's almost like they're written like they're dumb. I did like the main character, Millie. She's the same main character in the first one, but like I said, it was a good second book. It wasn't my favorite out of the 3. My favorite's definitely still the first, but I would still give it a 4 out of 5. Now for The Housemaid is Watching, her newest release that I actually just finished today. I would give this one probably a 3 out of 5. This one's definitely my least favorite. It is 20 years into the future. There were just some things that didn't make sense. Also, they had been together for like 20 years and they were still keeping a lot of secrets from each other, or like didn't feel comfortable telling each other like how they felt or like certain things. And I think just for me being in a long-term relationship, I'm like, how are you together with someone for that long and you don't feel comfortable coming to them about these things? Or I don't know, I just felt like that was a little unrealistic. I'm trying to explain these without giving any spoilers, but overall, I would say that this one is definitely my least favorite out of the 3. And then for nonfiction, I actually found this book on short form and loved the guide on it, so I decided to purchase it in paperback as well for my bookshelf. But this is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Such a good book. I'm not all the way through it yet, but I'm really glad that I found this on short form, which I just want to give a big thank you to short form for sponsoring this portion of today's video. So if you haven't heard of short form, they make the world's best book guides to nonfiction books. So their book guides are book summaries, but they're a lot more in depth and they include exercises. Their guides are super detailed, so that way you get the book's key points at a deep level. My favorite part is that they also have interactive exercises, so you can actually apply the ideas that you just learned, so that way you don't just forget them like I do when I read a book. And they also have smart insights, so they connect what one author thinks about another author, so that way you end up understanding the ideas on a much deeper level and actually build connections between the ideas. Short form's also really nice because you can use it to make a decision on if you want to actually commit to reading a nonfiction book. You can use it to check out the key ideas of a book and then see if that's something that aligns with what you're looking to read. Definitely make sure to go check out short form. I will have the link in my bio, and by joining through my link, which is shortform.com/Kaylan, you'll get a free trial and 20% off the annual subscription, which brings the price down to about 1 book per month. Comment down below, let me know if you guys have read any of the Housemaids books, what you thought about them, if your opinion was maybe different than mine. I love hearing other people's perspectives and like what they interpret out of a book. But that is it for the book wrap-up section. Now that we have that out of the way, we can move in to our goal setting. Who is ready to check in and look at these annual goals? I definitely need to get it together, kind of kick it in gear the second half of 2024, but that is why we're doing these check-ins. So if you haven't been the best at accomplishing your goals, if you still have a ways to go, that is fine. That's why we're doing these check-ins. And then we're also gonna make sure that everything actually still aligns to what we wanna get out of the year. So pull up your annual goals. If you don't have any annual goals set from the beginning of the year, I would highly encourage you guys to at least set goals for the second half of the year. So that way you don't only get the most out of your months, but out of your year as well. So if you don't have any annual goal set, that's totally fine. Just take like 10-15 minutes, go through it, and at least set some goals for the last 6 months of 2024. All right, personal goals. I have read 30 books. So I definitely think I'm gonna be able to accomplish this. I'm nowhere near that now because I took a few months off of reading during the first half of the year. But since I got my Kindle at the end of April, I think, I've been reading so much more, and I definitely think I'm going to hit my goal of 30 books. So I'm not gonna check that off, but this is a goal that is definitely still relevant and still aligns with what I want to accomplish this year. Learn the fundamentals of coding. I am still gonna leave that in here. I am still enrolled in my Harvard course for computer science and coding. We're still on track for that. Become a morning person. I have 6 a.m. on here. I have not done this at all. I've been terrible this year, especially the past few months, about waking up early. I can get up like 7:30, 7:45, but anything earlier than that, it's like my alarm is like part of my dream. Like I'm in such a deep sleep. I think I just need to go to bed earlier, but definitely the second half of the year, I need to be a lot more disciplined in my routines, because when I am disciplined in a good morning routine and a good nighttime routine, I really can tell the difference in my productivity just throughout the day. So this is something we definitely need to work on. Then I have build routines and stay disciplined with them, which I have not done, but it's definitely something that I can do the second half of the year. Improve my relationships with friends. I haven't really done that. I could be better about that. Speak with more confidence. I'm gonna check this off actually, because I have made a huge transition, I would say, in speaking more directly, being more direct with just how I feel. And then also a big reason why I put this on here is because I'm the worst about saying sorry. Like if someone bumps into me, I will literally say, oh, I'm sorry. Like to the point where I'm like apologizing for no reason just because I feel awkward in a situation. This is more just like out in public, but that's something that always bothered me and that I wanted to work on, and I've been so much better about it. So I am gonna check it off. It's something that I obviously need to continue the second half of the year, but it's something I've already made a big improvement on. Practice Spanish for 2 hours a week and go to an in-person meetup. I'm not gonna check these off yet, and I have not gone to an in-person meetup yet. Health and wellness goals, be able to run 4 miles. Still not there at all. I have definitely gotten better, but there is still no way that I can run 4 miles straight right now. I am terrible with cardio. Use all Orange Theory fitness classes monthly. I have done that, I think, besides like maybe 1 or 2, but I've been really consistent with Orange Theory. So that is definitely something I'm on track to achieve. And get fitted for running shoes. I have not done that. Financial goals, max out Roth IRA and focus more on savings versus extra expenses, which if you watch my budget with me, you guys know I have definitely not had the financial year that I was expecting, but I can already pretty much guarantee that the second half of 2024 is gonna be much better. And then we have social media goals. I have 50,000 on YouTube. I'm probably gonna bring that down to 30, which I kind of hate to say. I don't want to think small, but I feel like still 11,000 in 6 months is a lot. So I'm gonna say 30,000 on YouTube and 3,000 on Instagram. So yeah, these are my annual goals that we set together at the beginning of 2024. Honestly, they align with more than I thought that they would. I know a lot has changed for me over the last 6 months, but I still, like, everything is pretty much still relevant. Overall, I think the biggest thing is just finding that discipline in my morning and my nighttime routines. I'm pretty disciplined with my work, but as far as like getting up early, getting to the gym early, like getting everything out of the way and then getting to bed early, something I definitely need to work on, and I think it will then have a positive effect on pretty much everything else I want to accomplish. I'll be able to study more, have more time for content by just having those extra hours in my day. So that is my biggest focus going into the second half of the year, is just being a lot more disciplined and just doing things even when I don't want to do them, getting up even if I'm tired and I don't want to get up. Okay, as far as June goals, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the goals that I set for June. Honestly, June was a pretty good month. I achieved 64% of my goals. It definitely went a little bit different than I was expecting. So we were actually planning on going to Myrtle Beach, and we ended up having to cancel that trip because we had another family emergency. But that didn't really affect my goals as much as it will when I actually film my budget with me and we actually go through the budget that I set. But just as like a little disclaimer, because I did talk about it last month in my monthly reset, that we did not end up going on our trip. Unfortunately, we stayed home, but honestly, it was for the best. A lot of really good things happened during that week that we were supposed to be gone, that those opportunities wouldn't have been there if we would have been on the trip. So at least some good outcomes actually ended up coming out of that. But as far as personal goals go, we have read 2 books, which I did. I didn't do the best at studying. I need to get better about that. I think by once again getting up earlier and having a better morning routine, I will be able to have more hours in my day. So I did not do that. I did limit my screen time, and I did book our pottery class, which we're doing our pottery next week for our anniversary, and I'm so excited. I wanted to do it in June, but I want Devin to come with me, and I figured that would be like a good date day activity. So for our anniversary, we're gonna go out to breakfast, go to a pottery class, we're gonna have a scary movie night, and I'm so excited. Take all of my supplements daily, which I was good at. Have a low spend month before and after our trip. I checked this off because I had a low spend month even though we didn't go on our trip. For business goals, schedule and organize the PR photo shoot, which this actually should not be checked off because we had to move that and I still need to find a date for that. And then as far as social media goals, I did kind of work on my channel outline and more of my branding that I'm gonna start implementing soon, which I'm also very excited about. But yeah, that was my June. Honestly, a pretty average month. It didn't really go according to plan just because we didn't go on our vacation, but overall, I'm very happy. I accepted a big opportunity. And then if we scroll down here, we have our daily habit tracker and the habits completed per day and a monthly reflection, which I don't really type this out. I just kind of like talk through it with myself. But yeah, that is June. Moving over to July. I try to be a little bit more creative with my goals this month. So the first one I have is have a digital detox 1 day per week during July. Like I said, I've been pretty good about my social media usage, but I do want to have a full digital detox at least 1 day per week where I don't even touch my phone. It's just put away. And then the second personal goal that I have is cook at home 5 nights per week. For my wellness goals, I have do all my Train Well and Orange Theory fitness classes, which I pretty much set this goal every single month for myself just because I can fall off my workout routine so easily, and so I just need it as like a little reminder. So I do 2 Orange Theory fitness classes weekly, and then I do 3 Train Well workouts, which is actually an app. I've talked about it before, but you basically have a personal trainer who structures all of your workouts, tracks your progress, you can chat with them, and it's really nice to have that personal training without actually needing to go like in person to a personal trainer. So this isn't sponsored or anything. I will link it down below for you guys, and my link, I believe, gets you 2 weeks completely free. Get your consistent fitness routine. It's summer. We're working on ourselves, our physical and our mental health, and this app has really helped me a lot with that. Drink 120 ounces of water daily, which I pretty much just track this in Stanleys, so 3 Stanleys a day. Hit 12,000 steps a day and do 1 to 2 early morning workouts a week. Business goals, a lot of this revolves around PR Lounge because all of the hoodies are going to be shipping this month. The official launch is this month. A lot of big things happening during July, but I have shipped all of the pre-sale orders. I need to schedule that photo shoot. We're actually going with a new photographer that we found to take product shots and model shots, which I think they're going to turn out so good. So we did have to delay it a little bit, but I think the outcome is going to be really, really good and high quality. And then finally, social media goals, just focus on 2 short form videos per week, 6 YouTube uploads, and 2 self-growth diaries episodes. And then the last thing is just my daily habit tracker. So I just have a workout. I'm gonna work out 20 times this month and then hit 12,000 steps and drink 120 ounces of water 31 days in July, because we have 31 days in the month. A big thing I always say, and that I really try to do during July, is take my annual goals and what I want to actually accomplish for the year and break it down into smaller pieces and then incorporate those into my monthly goals. And it's just a lot less overwhelming when you actually break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces versus just looking at your annual goals as a whole. That is it for our goal section. I will have our goal and habit tracker linked down below in case you guys want to check it out. The last thing that we have to do in July's monthly reset is do our monthly plan with me, which I'm really excited about. I wasn't really able to stick to it last month because a lot of the content that I had planned actually revolved around going on vacation. I had a pack and prep with me, the vacation vlog, short form content revolved around that. So I didn't really stick to the plan that I set last month because of that. So I'm excited to actually set a plan and stick to it this month. So for my social media content planning, I always use Rella. Rella is Natalie Barbu's app. It is amazing. I have this entire calendar at a glance where you can actually schedule your different social media posts per platform. So on the calendar, I have Instagram in purple, TikTok in like this pink color, and then my YouTube will be in yellow. So that way I can look at this and know exactly what platform I need to upload on and what that content's actually going to be. So we're gonna go ahead and plan our content for the month of July. If you guys have any content requests, absolutely let me know and I will go ahead and add them in here. But this is just kind of my outline, just to have a guideline and some idea of what my month is gonna look like, filming wise, editing wise, and then uploading wise. So I'm gonna plan this out really quickly and then we will come back and talk through it together. Content is planned. The lighting also just got really bad because the storm's coming in. And so I'm gonna try to wrap this up because it's getting very dark in here. But this is what my content calendar looks like. Overall, I have it pretty much filled in. I think there's a few things here. Yeah, like I need to find 2 reels for my personal page to add in here, but I think it's a good start. I definitely have everything finalized, I would say, for YouTube. So I'm gonna have this video actually go up tomorrow, which is Sunday the 30th. And then I will have a weekend vlog that I've been filming go up Tuesday. My birthday is July 4th, so I will have a little birthday vlog. I'm not sure, I've never vlogged my birthday before, but we're kind of splitting it up into a few different days because it's also Devin and I's anniversary. So we're gonna do something small on Thursday and then we actually have pottery and everything on Friday. So I wanna vlog all of that for you guys and take you along with me for that. That is gonna be the vlog on the 8th. I have a work week of my life on the 15th. What's on my iPhone? You guys have been requesting this like crazy and I really wanna film a like different kind of what's on my iPhone. I think it'd be fun to do like how I maximize my productivity using my phone. And then I have my August monthly reset on the 29th and then my August budget with me on the 26th. As far as short form content goes, I have a grocery haul, work vlog, morning routine, goal ideas, pack, PR lounge orders with me, annual goal check-in, and my August reset in short form. So I think that's pretty good. I do need to add more short form content in here, but it's a good outline at least to get me through the first 2 weeks of July. So like I said, if you guys have any content requests, recommendations, anything specific that you guys want to see, absolutely let me know. I love when you guys request videos. But yeah, I think that wraps up our July monthly reset. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting down and spending the last 20 or so minutes just getting reset and refreshed and ready for the new month together. And once again, a big thank you to Shortform for sponsoring a portion of today's video. Definitely make sure to go check them out if you're looking to get into nonfiction reading or if you want book guides, summaries, exercises, so that way you can get the key points out of popular nonfiction books. And last but not least, don't forget to check those annual goals. If you don't have any set, definitely make sure to go ahead and set goals for the next 6 months, so that way we can make sure that we are setting ourselves up to have the best second half of 2024 possible. We're getting back on track and we're going to accomplish everything that we set for ourselves this year. So I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.